So I fully expect to lose a decent chunk of my friends with this message. Don't get me wrong. Like I fully understand that. But I've sat back and I've pondered and I've just sat here and I've listened to everyone bring up their own different points of view on the Black Lives Matter movement. So I just want to put out my personal opinion on what is wrong with how other people perceive this movement. Okay, so as a black man in America, I clearly am black. I'm a black man in America. There are certain privileges that I don't get simply because of the color of my skin. Okay, people double take when I'm leaving stores because they want to make sure that I'm not stealing anything. Okay, people question my intellect simply due to the fact of the way that I look. I am clearly an articulate man. I don't understand why simply based on the way that I look, and this was before I got a mohawk, by the way. So simply based on the way that I look, that people will judge me instantaneously, okay? Now, I understand that racism isn't a thing that we're going to get rid of tomorrow. And I understand that as long as there are people that are racist on this planet, racism will still exist. And I understand that. What I want people to understand is this Black Lives Matter movement is not us trying to be superior to other races, okay? It is us simply trying to say that black people have certain things, certain stereotypes that other races don't have, okay? And I am tired, and I'm simply just going to say it like this. I am tired of white people looking at me and telling me that I'm wrong for feeling this way. How are you, as a white man, ever gonna relate to how I live my everyday life? They're like, well, I lived with some black people for a couple of weeks, so I understand. That's like saying you babysat someone's kids and you know how it is to raise one. You know what I mean? Like when you don't want to be black, you can cash away that life and you don't have to deal with it anymore. But I can't do that. I can't strip away the top layer of my skin. I can't suck the melanin out of my skin. I don't understand why people sit there and they tell me that I'm wrong for feeling this way, or what I'm saying is simply untrue. What I want people to understand is, true, we have some extremists in this group, and there are extremists in every single group in any movement to ever exist on planet Earth. So, what I want everyone else to realize is that black people, since the day we moved in, the day we got placed in America, have been seen at bare, like the best we've ever been seen is second to white people. We don't have an equal footing. And people say that we need to have our own, we have better opportunities and we're just not seizing them. But what I am trying to get people to realize is there are simply worse neighborhoods, worse, like the hood that black people grow up in is worse off than the hood that white people grow up in, right? The good neighborhoods that black people grow up in are worse than the good neighborhoods that white people grow up in. I just want people to realize that, and this has nothing to do with the election. I don't care. Like, I'm not trying to bring up politics into this. All I'm trying to say is this, that it is a fact that black people, one, get looked at differently than every other race, okay? And that two, we get treated differently because of it. Whether or not it's a good thing in some situations, like affirmative action, I guess, or scholarships because we're black, or a bad thing, whether we're getting shot like Tamir Rice or Sandy Bland. So, Sandra, I don't know on a first name basis, my bad. Sandra Bland. So, what I want people to realize is that there are problems in America, and that is something that we need to fix. True, I understand that some of the extremists go a little too far about things, but the seed from which all of the actions stem from isn't misplanted. Like, this is a true thing that is happening right now in 2016. And as far as I am concerned, I am tired of dealing with it. So, I am now, I guess, officially on the Black Lives Matter movement because I am tired of two things. One, being treated differently simply because of the way I look. And I am tired of white people thinking that we are wrong for feeling the way we feel, even though time after time after time, it's proven that we get shorter ends of the stick, just across the board. So, for all the people who are going to unfriend me, good riddance, fuck it. I don't really need you in the first damn place. However, the people who do still want to talk to me about this, if you come in a civil manner, then I'll respond in a civil manner. So, I'm sorry this video is a little long-winded. You know how I am. I talk a lot. So, I guess you can count this as the first reinstallment of the vlog that I said I was going to start up. So, here we go, right? John Dunn's My Motherfucking Vlog is starting back up. And this is video number 1 of the brand new year. So, to wrap it all up, I guess I'm part of the movement now if you want to have to put me in a group. And I just want to see a day where stereotypes aren't the first thing equated to groups of people. So if supporting this is how I need to do it, then supporting this is how I'm going to do it. Share this video if you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, I'm sorry. If you hate me that much for saying it, fuck it, you can leave. But yeah, this is John, and I'm signing off. Deuces.